action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From State Farm Arena, tonight it's the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Denver Nuggets. The opening tip corralled by the Hawks. They've got it first as we're underway in Atlanta. Jay, it wasn't that long ago. Atlanta won 60 games. Right now, what's the outlook for this franchise?
Well, the general manager, Travis Schlenk, has done a really good job in trying to build the culture, the right culture for the Atlanta Hawks. And that starts with their head coach in Lloyd Pierce. He got him as an assistant coach with the Philadelphia 76ers. And now he can also steal that tagline for the Hawks. It's time to trust the process all over again, but now in Atlanta, Georgia.
Vince Carter, knocked loose, picked up by the Nuggets. Hawks come up with it. Runner's good there.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Murray into the front court, down just a couple. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Vince Carter, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Knocked loose. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Over to the right side. To Carter. For three. Vince Carter 20 years ago? Maybe. Not that time. Jokic. To Millsap. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to appear in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Murray with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Vince Carter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
One free throw, count it. It's a 3-point play, and the lead up to 8. To Millsap. Porter. That is great vision to set it up. Whoa, what a finish.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Jokic. Screen coming. Knocked loose. Jokic. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, the one thing you don't have to worry about with Michael Porter Jr. is him lacking confidence. Before the NBA draft, he called himself a mix between Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Tracy McGrady. Big shoes to fill.
To Jokic. Porter. Hawks have it.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
To Carter. The drive, right to the basket, straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a Prob City.
Denver's got it. Great feed. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Here comes the screen. Has a look. A shot no good by Harris. To Trae Young. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Lin gets it in the right corner. To Jeremy Lin. Goes to the left side. 4-3. He engulfed him that time. Flushes it home.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Lays it up and in.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Thomas with the basketball. Trailing by 10. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Shot from the lane won't go. Thomas across the timeline. He'll run the offense. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
The assist from number 7, Jeremy Lin.
Deep three at the buzzer. 1 quarter down. The Hawks already pulling away. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Tonight, everyone gets free pizza.
Let the debate begin, Jay. Michael Porter Jr., steal of the draft for Denver.
Well, after all the tests he went through, if Michael Porter Jr. is healthy, then yes, he is the... Oh! And he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Nope, first one does not go. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending. Lynn with it. Minute gone by in this second quarter. Jeremy Lin. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
You know, he may not show up in your feed all the time with the crazy highlights, but he's one of the most underrated creative shot makers we have in this game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Denver ball right now. Hawks come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Porter. It was right there. Vince Carter. To Trae Young. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 27, Jamal.
Jay, 46 wins, not good enough for Denver. Now the Nuggets trying to turn away the sting of losing that play-in game to Minnesota.
Actually, one could make the case that they could have been a playoff team if Paul Millsap didn't miss a huge chunk of the season. But I will say this about the Nuggets. They have the most underrated backcourt in the NBA when you think about Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. Both guards that can do it off the dribble and are both great leaders.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Beyond the arc for three. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Porter. Jamal Murray. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Two minutes left in the second quarter.
Murray into the front court. Trailing by 14. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Vince Carter to Trae Young. Fires the three. Trae Young bothered just enough there. count the bucket for two.
Man, why do I feel like Canadians are really taking over the NBA? Kitchener's finest, Jamal Murray, is really coming into his own as a player. There was so much confusion his first year. Am I a 1? Am I a 2? And now I see a kid who is just Jamal Murray. He doesn't care what position he is, but when the ball is in his hands, there's no doubt about it. He is built for the big-time moments, and he's a scorer, an elite scorer that can make everybody else around him better.
Missed that one. The defender was all over him. Murray with it. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, 2 years ago, it was not even a question that Michael Porter Jr. would have been the first pick taken in the draft. Due to a back injury that he suffered at Mizzou, he went on to be the 14th pick with the Denver Nuggets. But if he remains healthy and can sustain being healthy, he is a franchise-altering talent.
Dwayne Dedman at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 69% at the line. Murray into the front court. Down a dozen. Thomas. Won't go down. Saved it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
To Carter. Right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Deep three at the buzzer. First half comes to an end. The Hawks with a nice advantage.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Hawks didn't hold back in that open. The Nuggets have yet to appear. The Hawks were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks. The Nuggets did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Defense.
The Atlanta Hawks have been exhibiting some amazing defense in this matchup. Steals on the floor, blocks in the sky. They're dominating on defense all over the floor.
Player of the half.
Carter was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Hawks dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Atlanta Hawks. The Nuggets may be in the
Game track.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Jay, the Nuggets bring a lot back. They go out and sign a guy like Isaiah Thomas. There's a lot to work with on this roster.
Yeah, and they also got Will Barton, which was